Hello, I'm Junkyard Rat. Welcome to the Junkyard Rat Show, live from San Francisco, California, the fentanyl capital of the world. I'm proud to say that again. And today's guest, we got returning. We got Joe Mama.
What's good, y'all? I am Joe Mama. Thank you for having me. I love coming here.
You're welcome. I like your hair color. Do you change it a lot, or
Yeah, as often as I can afford it.
I just got a haircut
I like that. I
in
like that.
Lafayette.
Oh, okay.
Lafayette. I got a Lafayette. It was like $25. My mom tells me when to get a haircut. She's like, and then she started complaining. She's like, my hair's too short. I gotta wear a hat. I'm like, why the hell do you get your hair cut and then complain it's too short? Like, what's up with that? Like,
Maybe like moms are good for giving advice. Do you think sons are good for giving advice too? Like, do you give good son advice to her?
she doesn't listen to my advice.
How do you know that? Maybe you got to talk differently. That's what I'm learning. Like,
It's
communicating with
true.
my mother is difficult.
Yeah. She got like an Apple Watch because and then she told me that the Apple Watch knows how long she sleeps because it hears her snoring, like it times my snoring habits.
Oh my gosh.
But she's like, "Yeah, I need the Apple Watch because I got my temperature. It knows when I fall." I was like, "That's and
That's not funny. I
and
thought you were
they're
gonna say something else.
no because I live in a senior community. They were actually pushing the Apple Watch
Oh wow.
to see, and they're like $400.
Oh, okay, yeah. Yeah, they're $400. Were they trying to give it to them or
I don't think it's an Apple Watch. I think
oh,
it's an imitation
a
Apple Watch.
Temu
It's
Apple
another
Watch?
company. Maybe it's Apple. I can't tell the difference. But my mom's like, she's got all Apple stuff. But I'm like the Obama phone part of the family. You know?
What's affordable?
Yeah, I noticed that in San Francisco they're cracking down on street vendors now. There's no street vendors.
Well, I have not been walking the streets. Oh, it's because of APEC. I mean,
Yeah, no, no, no. If you look at it now,
yeah.
if I got off at 16th and Mission, I went to the store down there, some dollar store.
Uh-huh.
There's like no street vendors at all.
Maybe for real, like after APEC, they like made it harder for people to be out there, and then people didn't come back.
Yeah. On top of that, it's hard to find the Obama phone people. Like, where are the Obama phone? But
So, do you trust that? I mean, like, because every time you make a phone call, don't you know, like, they already know who you're calling. They're watching who you call.
I mean, isn't not every phone company though? I
That's
mean,
so true. That's so true.
no, actually, this one is they turned me down in December because I think a lot of people try and get phones to give out as gifts to their family.
Around this time of year,
Yeah, in December.
is
Yeah,
that
during this.
season?
Yeah, the season. So I got a track phone last year because I went to Vegas for Christmas with my mom, and she wanted me to have a phone so she can track me in
Oh my
Vegas in
gosh.
case I
So you got
try.
one.
Yeah, in case I go to a strip club or like some one of those whorehouses or whatever they're called,
I
the
mean,
Bunny Ranch
you're
and
a grown
stuff.
ass man, so like you can do that.
I mean, would you track your kids when they get older? Or
I
you
personally,
got adult kids,
all
right?
right, so check this. I did have when I lived a whole different life when I was back in Texas, very suburbs, very like rural suburb living. And we had Life 360 where all my kids, all four of my children Well, actually, no, there was just three of them at the time. Three of them, they all were on the plan and they all had their phones and we could see where they were and they could see where we were. And they watched our location more than I watched theirs.
Oh yeah.
Yes, they'd be like, "Oh, you're by the Chinese restaurant. Can you get something?"
Yeah.
Yeah, my mother-in-law would be like, "You're by the ER. What happened?" No joke, no joke. I'm like, "Why are y'all watching me like this, dude? That's kind of scary." Because like my in-laws were watching me like intensely like that too.
Yeah. They can probably still do that. You just don't know.
No, I disconnected. I disconnect.
I
Disconnect.
with Google, you know, when they ask you if you want the Google tracks people all over the place. So
Yeah, yeah. I think that, but
because when you're looking for direction on your phone, you got to open up the direction thing.
what's funny is like if they know where I'm going, I wish they would tell me because I don't know where I'm going.
Yeah, my thing is I don't mind if they track me, but at least be helpful about it.
I know, right? Can you
Don't
tell me if I'm getting robbed? Like
yeah,
is
don't
somebody stealing money from me?
don't track me and then like oh, where are you going? Like where are you going? Somebody asked me this. One of my friends would ask exactly where are you at in San Francisco right now. I was like, why you want to know?
What would that? Yeah, what
You,
difference does that
yeah,
make?
why you want to know? Like it's weird. Like people are just it's crazy. Yeah,
Yeah, I've been wanting to ask because I know you mentioned it last time. You like karaoke?
yeah. I love
God, I
karaoke.
love karaoke. Oh,
What karaoke place you go to?
my go-to right now is the Mint Lounge by the Mint on Market Street.
Yeah, I've been to the Mint a couple of times. There used to be a place on California that we used to go after the Punchline years ago.
It's
Is it?
probably still there. What is it called? Do you
I
remember?
don't know.
I was going to Dimples for a little in Japantown, and that was cool, but it's quite a drive. Whereas I could just walk to the Mint,
Oh yeah.
yeah, and like sober up on the way home and all
Do
that
they
good
do that
stuff.
every night at the Mint or?
Tuesday nights they're closed, but I think they're gonna open up for the holidays because it's just that time of year where people are lonely, like me.
What's your favorite song? What's your go-to song when you're trying to impress people?
That's all my songs.
So yeah, I've heard you sing before.
That's all my
I
songs.
heard you sing before. You sang the last time you
Yeah.
were. Yeah.
Ooh, this one I'm trying to learn is New York State of Mind.
Oh yeah.
Yes, by Billy Joel.
I like doing My Prerogative by Britney Spears.
What? I thought that was Bobby Brown.
It is, but she
Oh,
she did it too. She redid
what?
it.
So she has this thing with knives, and I have these earrings that are like two switchblades, and
Uh,
have you seen her viral dance?
sadly, I do follow her on Instagram, and I do watch that,
Did you
but
say sadly?
yeah, not sadly, but
Oh.
the weird thing is she won't let anybody comment, like,
Oh yeah, she turned comments off.
but it's like, yeah, I just watch her like shake her ass on Instagram. I'm like, this is just the greatest thing ever. One, one time she even got nude. I didn't even know you could get nude on Instagram. I'm like,
I don't know. I don't know. I guess it happens until it doesn't, right?
well, she could go on Twitter and get fully nude if she wanted
Is
to.
that right? Oh my
But
gosh.
yeah, I don't know. Not sadly, I don't mean it that way.
No,
But
but
it's
no,
like,
you're right. Because when people are spark, because obviously she wasn't in her right mind.
I don't know. I feel bad for her a lot of because she was so big. But the thing is, she never really wrote her own songs.
How would you know that? But anyways, I
I
don't
don't
know.
know
Like, did you know her background? I thought she was like
Be-
super young, and then she just grew up, and we're
because
like the
she
same
never wrote
age.
her own. I mean, she might have written some songs, but it's because everybody knows that kind of stuff about Britney. That's how big she
Really?
was. Yeah, it's not like Twitter.
Damn.
Taylor Swift writes all her own stuff,
Well, yeah,
but
because I think her albums are according to her age, right? Oh no, that's Adele.
I think the problem with her, she doesn't want to go on tour because I think she might be making her family money still, and she doesn't want to do
Wait,
that.
which one are we talking about? Britney Spears?
Brittany, yeah,
Yeah. No, she's still a resident in Las Vegas, right?
yeah, but she hasn't performed there in years.
How can you not perform if you're not I mean, I thought she's a resident. Like that's how they.
Well, no, she
When
had.
they take up residency, it's like they have like so many shows a week.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
but
So
no, but
other
it should
just show
be.
up.
They should be. She should be there if she's. I'll check it for you guys.
Mm. Oh my gosh, what's up, Paul?
What up?
You were so quiet.
Oh, I know, because I'm just running the machine that we call Junkyard Rat Show.
The Junkyard Rat Show, the machine and stuff.
Yeah.
That's pretty good. So you were on stage last night. You went to the Mariloma.
Yes, yes. Okay, so first, where was the first mic I went to? Goodness,
Is it
Joanne.
OMG or?
No, OMG was closed yesterday. Oh, Barbary Coast. Barbary Coast. I
Oh
love Barbary
yeah, the
Coast.
Barbie Coast.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Actually, but okay, I want to shout out to Mad Dog in the Fog. Mad Dog in the Fog is Billy Gauss's room, and I actually went their first day when like the first time they started the room, and I've seen the progress of the room, and it's a really nice room. Y'all need to go. I just didn't make it on Sunday.
That's on Haight Street.
It's
Isn't
on
it?
Haight Street, yeah.
Haight Street. Yeah.
But it's on the second, like the stairs up, and it's at the end of the bar, which is great, and it has a sound system. So really, everybody at the front of the bar has to hear it. I mean, I'm just saying, it's entertaining, I'm sure, for them.
So how is Barbie Coast? Like, how's the open mic?
You've been, yes?
I've been to Barbie Coast a bunch of times. I never did the. I've never been to the open mic. I sent him an email one time, but he never got back to me.
Oh no, Dakota. Well, he's super busy. I know that for sure. And he also has a kid in Texas, so that's where we talk a lot.
Oh yeah.
We're I I'm raising my kid in Texas. It's so hard because like as soon as they get back in, to their dad, it's like I'm non-existent.
Oh yeah. They're back in school, right? Today, like the.
Yes,
Are they
yes.
coming back for Christmas, or are you going down there?
Yes. No, I'm gonna have them come for Christmas. Okay, so like shout out to the Rojo family. They have this like New Year's party that they have every year. That I remember when I was little, and they're having it again this year. So it's like a Filipino New Year's party, like super massive. And I'm gonna have my daughters here to attend for the first time.
So do you do the New Year's when the Philippines becomes the New Year's?
No,
or-
no, 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 no. Regular American New Year.
Oh,
It's
because
just it's just a bunch of Filipinos in one hall.
how many hours difference? How many? How
I
many?
don't. The Philippines use the same calendar, so I don't think there's a
No, but
difference.
they're like 8 hours or 6 hours.
Oh yeah, you're so right. Because on Facebook, they're always freaking like celebrating our birthday a day early.
Yeah, because in Chile they're like I think they're 3 or 4 hours or five or.
So they're already like Happy New Year.
Yeah, the New Year starts like in. I think the first one is Australia. I think
I just say celebrate them all. Why
they're
not?
about eight. They're about 18 hours ahead in Australia or something.
Like if you can always have the countdown, why not? Just like,
I think Hawaii is probably the last one and stuff. Yeah.
is it really?
How was your Thanksgiving?
I still have turkey and the ham is all gone.
Isn't it weird that we eat turkey? We don't eat turkey any other time of the year but Thanksgiving.
Well, the ham was like a hit, I guess.
Oh yeah, the ham is pretty good.
Yeah.
Are you a good cook?
I just follow a recipe. Here's what I know. It could taste bad, but when I cook it with love, it's gonna taste good.
Like stuffing? What other did you cook stuffing?
So this
or-
one, okay, I got the stuffing from freaking Trader Joe's. Did you know a lot of things from Trader Joe's doesn't have additives? So it
Oh,
didn't
yeah?
have like the celery, the seasoning. It didn't have any of that
Oh
thing.
yeah.
So I had to add it in, and I didn't have celery, but I made do with chives and stuff. It wasn't the greatest, but it turned out okay.
I remember my first Thanksgiving ever. Like, we came when I was 7 years old. We actually moved to Palo Alto. My
Mhm.
dad was at Stanford, and I guess they had a program where they invited foreign families.
So your first American Thanksgiving, because there's no Thanksgiving in Chile.
No, my first American Thanksgiving.
Is there
Yeah.
a Thanksgiving in Chile?
Oh no, there's
because that's an American thing.
the
Right?
Canadians have Thanksgiving, but I think it's in October on Columbus. When it's Columbus Day here, it's Thanksgiving in Canada.
That's hilarious.
Well, yeah,
Okay.
I think we're the only two countries, but yeah, we went to some old people's house.
Nice.
And I don't remember if I even liked the food. I remember nothing
How was
about
your
it.
English? Was your English on
Oh, I
point?
didn't even know English at that point.
So you couldn't understand what they were saying.
Nah, but I mean, I probably didn't even fucking care.
You were 7?
I was 7. Like,
This is quite a vivid memory. Would you don't remember?
I just remember going to these people's house.
Okay, so I remember when I entered into the military, it was Thanksgiving, and they felt bad for us, so they would send us to other families. I
Yeah.
was in basic training. My family is in California. I was in Texas, San Antonio, Texas. So they lent me and another airman out to a family out in like I couldn't even recognize where we were. It was very rural, like a lot of dirt and a ranch style house.
Yeah.
And I was like, they're gonna be back to pick us up, right? Because we're in our blues, in our Air Force blues. And yeah, I we were all speaking English, but it felt foreign to me. So I could only imagine how you felt as a 7-year-old seeing Thanksgiving from a whole like different family. Because I felt weird.
I don't know. That's all I remember. Like, Thanksgiving was really never big in my family. Like, I even skipped out on Thanksgiving. Like, my brother who lives in Folsom, they invited
Dude,
us.
it's making me hungry talking about
Well, they invited us for
it.
Thanksgiving, but I
We did
told,
this last time.
but I told my mom,
We did, yeah.
I'm
He likes to
like,
bring up food.
Can
I,
we order food really? Look,
We could order food.
yes, I am for ordering food at this very
hell
moment.
yeah, what do you
Or
want?
if you're watching live and you work at a local restaurant, feel free to call the studio line at 415-757-0676 and tell us what the heck you can send us for free.
That would be
Yeah.
awesome.
So,
What? Yes,
yeah.
plugs.
So I
Plug.
decided.
We're looking for the plug.
I mean, I love my brother. I love my niece and nephew. I love, I, I love everybody,
Uh-huh.
the whole family, even my brother's wife. But I have another family that I have to worry about. It's called the 49ers.
Oh yeah, see, no, okay. Once I left my husband, I decided to leave sports behind too.
Did you really?
Yes, yes.
Yeah, she said that emphatically.
Well, let me put it like this. I moved to San Antonio, Texas, and he was like, California, what? Like, almost all of my California-ness and my Filipino-ness like got left behind.
Oh
So
yeah.
everything was like Texas and sports. His sports.
So the 49ers were up by 21 points at halftime to Seattle. But
Okay,
I, I
They were up 21
but
points.
but I was so high. I got paranoid. I'm like,
They were up
Seattle's coming
21
back.
points.
21. They were up by 21 in
No, the
Seattle.
fuck.
In
Is this
Seattle.
did they win this game?
Oh hell yeah, they
Okay,
won.
good. Okay. I was like, don't say that's the game that they lost.
But
because-
Seattle got a touchdown because they got an interception and they ran it in. And I was like paranoid during the rest of the game. I'm like, Seattle's coming. I got so high.
Wait, you were high on weed or mushrooms?
I was high on weed, but I was
Okay.
like, they're coming back. They're fucking coming back. They're coming back. I was like paranoid. out of
Because
my mind.
mushrooms, like your body gets into it, like, oh
Yeah.
my God.
I could have done mushrooms, but my mom was coming back that day. Like, I don't like doing mushrooms when my mom's around. Like, it's one of my policies.
I tell my mom that I'm on magic mushrooms.
What does she? Would she do with you? Would you do
No,
mushrooms?
no. I think, no, she wouldn't.
No.
She wouldn't do mushrooms with you, no.
Well, because the whole eating she'd be like, really? I would eat it like this? That's
Yeah.
what she would say.
Do you do mushrooms like a lot every day, or?
No, because it doesn't have the same effect if you take it too often.
Yeah. There's a store in Haight Ashbury that sells mushrooms.
Well, there's also the Zydor, which is on,
Yeah, the Zydor. Yeah.
I think it's 9th and Howard.
Yeah, I used to go to the one in Oakland.
Oh, yeah, the one in Oakland. You have to get membership in Oakland in order to go to this one here.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, because they won't allow you unless you have membership already in Oakland.
Oh yeah, but it's like $5 a month or
Yeah,
something.
it's not that bad. I mean,
They used to
But you
have a
have
lounge
to
there.
go register in Oakland at that one. You can't
Right.
register at this one.
well, honestly, I registered online, but I think they got my picture and everything. I did all that in Oakland. I used to
Right.
frequent Oakland a lot, and
Yeah.
I like that location.
I used to go to the lounge. They used to have a lounge.
Right. Okay. So I think a lot of things changed. They used to be open till 2 a.m. from what I
Oh,
understand.
2 in the morning.
Yeah, people would be kicking it at the lounge, like worshiping, together.
Worshipping the one and only mushroom god.
Oh my gosh. So there's this comedian who comes out and he was at Barbary Coast I want to give him a shout out because I
What's
don't know
his
his name.
name? Do you forgot? You forgot his name.
I forgot his name.
What does he
I
look
want to say
like?
it's Eric. He's a white guy, but he does this thing, and I have to like not listen to him because he has that cultish sounding voice, and he says, "Follow me, come on, guys, do the cult chant with me." And I can't listen for it to. I can't listen to it for too long, otherwise it sticks in my head. But yeah, he obviously has done this enough that I recognize him from that chant.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, I mean, like, I would have a hard time if I was on mushrooms talking to him right now.
Kells, I try to get a chant going because there was a political writer in the audience, and I
At
started
where?
Kells in North
Kells.
Beach. I do Kells every Friday at North Beach.
We call it purple onion at
Oh
Kells.
yeah, the purple. They bought the Purple Onion name, so there was a political writer, and I asked her, I'm like, is it true that Gavin Newsom hates weed and psychedelics? And she's like, she looked confused, and I started complaining at the fact that in the law that he put out, they won't let anybody have free weed at the dispensaries, right?
Well, it's because it can't be taxed.
Well, yeah, but before the weed law, you could go to the dispensaries like on a Wednesday, and you knew there was a vendor every Wednesday giving out free samples of something, right?
Mm.
On your birthday, you would go there; they would give you a free eighth.
I didn't, I have not had this luxury. I
Yeah,
was stuck in Texas.
but the new law that they refused to give out anything for free. So I started complaining. I'm like, we want some free weed, and I try to get the crowd to chanting, "Free weed,
Oh, dear Jesus.
free
So you're
weed, free
a mob
weed." We want some
mentality.
free.
Yeah.
Yeah, because Gavin is he's in the liquor business, right? But not only did he screw off weed, they try to make psychedelics like illegal in California, and he refused to sign it.
All I
He
know is that everybody has a bottom line, and if
Yeah,
it doesn't match their bottom line, then. But anyways, who argues the most? I'm not interested.
but I think we got hope because I think
Mm-mm.
he might become president. We can finally get rid of him and stuff.
My head hurts just
He
thinking
can
about
ruin
it
weed
all.
by the national basis. He doesn't have to ruin weed.
That's how.
But
That's how, like.
yeah.
I'm like,
I mean, I don't got a problem with Gavin, but the other thing is the street vendors. Where am I supposed to buy?
oh, are you talking? So you're talking about street vendors, as in like weed vendors?
No, I'm talking about people who sit on the sidewalk and sell stuff.
So what I remember Market Street to look like at least the past few weeks before APEC, there was like just a handful, not too many, but there
Yeah.
were vendors.
Yeah, there's no vendors now. I was in 16th and Mission. There's no vendors anywhere.
Dude, I'm so disappointed. I was supposed to have like a bunch of weed by now, but like, so I need to hit somebody up and get some pre-rolls. A
Oh
bunch of weed.
yeah.
I,
This guy's got
yeah,
pre-rolls.
yeah. My plug fell through.
What about the Barbary Coast and stuff?
They're cool actually. Yeah. So I was broke yesterday, and all I could afford was like their $9.95 weed or whatever. And it was pretty good. It was Oreos, it was a hybrid. I got to roll it up. It was shake.
I used to go to the Barbary Coast and they would give you a timer because they would only want you there like for 30 minutes in the lounge
But
area.
that's understandable because you imagine all the unhoused that like I paid for this weed. I'm gonna sit here.
You're so PC, Joe Mama.
Unhoused.
Unhoused.
Yo, it's because I myself was unhoused when I came from Texas.
But the weird
Love
thing
the
is this
term.
timer was the ones the restaurants give you.
Oh my god, that it vibrates.
Yeah, to let you know. So I figured out how to turn the thing off. I would turn it off, but the computer would just turn it right back. I would go in the back and like turn it off, like boom.
You're
But the
hilarious.
computer, yeah,
You know, I'm actually I'm a pacifist. That's what it is. I'm a pacifist. You are not a pacifist. You try to buck the system and like
but you were in the military. How you a pacifist and you were in the military?
I pacified the military. I did what they told me to do.
That is true. No, but I mean, I like the barber. I like the. In fact, the Union Station used to have comedy on
Yo,
Sundays too.
okay, so Union Station does Friday nights. That's my Friday night. I'll hit Slate at they start their
Is-
sign up starts at 6:30.
Who runs that show? Is it
That's the Bahaha Barakada.
Oh yeah.
Bahaha Barakada. Blah, barakada.
I'm not even
I
on
hope I'm
bacon.
saying it right.
I'm not even
But
on bacon. I don't know any of this stuff.
actually, I don't know if but I've seen it. Anyways, they're doing a contest for the end of the year, and I just got the message, and I was like, dude, I'm on jumping on the bus, and I'm trying to hold my skirt, so I was like, I'll read the details later. But the Slate bar, the Slate, Mike, the comedy after the debauchery, I love that word, is having a contest at the end of the year. Are you guys familiar with it?
Where's the slate bar anyway?
It's on 16th Street. It's right between Mission and what's the other street? Folsom, Harrison,
Oh, okay.
that one.
What night of the week is it?
Friday.
Friday? Oh,
Yeah.
yeah. What
Uh,
time does it start?
so 6:15 to sign up. I think sign up starts at 6:15 or 6:30, one of those.
Oh, yeah.
And then the show starts either at 6:30 or 7
Yeah, because I'm always at Kel's helping. I'm at Kel's helping
on
set.
Friday.
Yeah, every Friday I'm out there at
And
Kel's.
you said that's in the
It's in
The North Beach.
North Beach.
North Beach.
Is that by like Cobb's?
Yes.
It's on Jackson, yeah. It's by the, I don't know what's nearby, but do you go to North Beach a lot or?
No. Does public transportation run by there? I mean, like, I'll
I
take that.
It's near Columbus and Broadway.
I think there's a bus.
It's so
there's like the
confusing. It's so close, but it's so far.
yeah, there's a bus that goes out there. There
I
used
just
to
don't
be a
like
lot of
parking.
comedy in that area. I
So
think Cobb's is around the corner.
Ruby Nichols was running San Francisco Corner Cafe. I think that's what it's called, or the San Francisco Corner. What that was an open mic that I like to hit on Wednesdays. That was my first,
Oh, yeah.
and then it trickled on to. There's a hella mics on Wednesdays, because it would start SF Corner, her mic, then May's Oyster, then Mars Bar, then Avenue at the bar, and then I think there's a new one that opened up, but I'm forgetting right now.
Yeah, isn't it the what about on Tuesday? Do you go to the one on the Danny Dutchy one? What is it
Oh,
called?
Neck of the Woods.
Neck of the Woods,
Yeah,
yeah.
actually, no, I haven't since, but so last week was dedicated solely to my children.
Oh yeah. Have your children seen you on stage or is that a
Mm,
no?
they're not interested.
My mom seen me on stage once, but she regrets it. She like I made fun of her. This was years ago. Like she just randomly showed up to an open mic with a friend of hers, and I started making fun of her. I'm
Oh,
a
it's
bad son. I'm a bad son. I
I
feel
would
bad.
I would at least warn my mother, because
She just showed up. I never told her to come. I mean, if I had known she was gonna be there, I would be cool with it. I'm not hiding from anybody.
Well, here's what if I could say it in front of a crowd, can I say this in front of my mother? Yes.
Yeah. Well,
There you go.
I
But I
don't.
mean, I wouldn't attack my mother unless
I
she's
didn't
attacking
attack
me
her.
first.
I was just like, she would tell me that I'm walking bad, and I would start walking around like, am I walking bad, mom? Like, look
Oh,
at
okay, so then you started talking about it
yeah,
on stage.
yeah, because I had braces on my legs when I was a kid. I had a disease called hip purtis. So I had a leg longer than the other. My leg is still a little longer, but I had it really longer. I had one
Wait,
leg.
did you have to have surgery
Nah, they put the braces on me.
to elongate your one leg to match
Yeah,
the
so
other? Can they shorten another one, like
I don't,
just stunt it from growing?
it's not a big deal, but yeah, like
I'm
so
glad you turned out okay.
yeah, so I made fun of her for that. I was just playful, but she never got over that. She never really got over that.
It's
So
hard being a mom.
it is hard being a mom.
I'm sure it's
Sadly,
hard being a son too.
sadly, I'll never get to experience mom life.
I think that's a condition if a son really does like empathize with a mom
Oh
too
yeah,
hard. Oedipus complex.
yeah, but yeah. I mean, my mom's cool and stuff, but yeah, she does wacky stuff once in a
I
while.
mean, like I would love for my son to relate to what I'm going through, but a lot of the times I'm
Oh
like,
yeah.
just don't even try to understand it, because
I mean, I think it's everybody. I have a friend like she won an award in Oakland for the I think she's like a fundraiser or like she's one of those people that is in politics. And
Uh-huh.
she's like, yeah, I told my best friend to come down because my kids would never come down to
You know,
watch me
I
win an
think that's so
award.
sad when you don't have a relationship with your children like that. But then,
Yeah,
honestly, I don't bother my son a lot of the times.
nah.
Because, I mean, he takes care of what he has to take care of.
What does
Not
your
the
son?
dishes, but he pays the rent.
Does your son like Sam? Your son was here before you, right? He was in the city before you got here.
Oh, no, no, no. He
Oh,
came here for me.
yeah.
He had an apartment in San Marcos in Texas. And but when I left Texas, he was like, it's all my ex family's family there. So he moved down here.
Oh, yeah.
hmm
That's cool.
And I call him out as my roommate more than, I live with my 22-year-old, because people are like, oh, that's sad, your 22-year-old lives with you. No, he pays rent and he resides with me. Yes, in San Francisco though, I mean, that's like, he pays rent.
I used to call my mom my roommate, but my friends would correct me just
Wait,
to
wait,
piss
did
me
you
off.
pay rent?
I'm on SSI. I do pay some rent. I don't get a lot of money though. I'm not
you're
on the good
you're on a fixed
SSI.
income.
I'm not on the good SSI.
What can you get on the good SSI?
Nah, because I never really paid into Social
Oh,
Security.
that's the thing. Yeah. So you have to have been working for so long before
Yeah.
you can claim disability.
Yeah, I'm not on the good because I never really worked for a long time. I mean, I had jobs, but I never paid into Social Security. But then I was looking at an article. They were talking about what's going to happen in the new year, and it turns out
Uh,
if you're blind, you make a lot more money in SSI. So I thought about just
Going blind?
cutting
No,
my eyes out.
no, you can't do that.
I'm
But
just
it's like saying you can't get paid out your life insurance if you commit suicide. Did you know that? So don't
yeah.
commit suicide. Like, but if you want to go blind,
I'm
there's
just
other ways
kidding.
to go blind.
I'm just kidding. I
Funner
know.
ways to go blind.
Funner ways. Yes, there we go.
I'm just kidding. I'm not gonna go.
Like
But I was kind of
absinthe.
surprised that they got blind and not blind payments. Like, how you supposed to know you're blind? Yeah.
No, for real, absinthe.
You start by wearing sunglasses and do a podcast.
Yeah. That's right.
I'm just letting you know.
Yeah.
Oh my God, I forget. Paul starts talking. It's like, oh my God, Paul, you're in this room.
Yeah, because
He's in his room,
I'm
man.
trying to be the fly on the wall, you guys.
Are you
I
like
really
straight
am.
up
I'm
tripping?
trying to be the fly on the
Are
wall.
you like, yeah?
No, you know what the hell's going on because
Yeah.
you know what's going on, but you're like so silent that I'm just like,
I'm wearing this T-shirt, the Atlanta T-shirt. I'm paying my respects to Rosalind Carter, who's who was the best first wife ever for a president, except for
oh yeah,
Hillary.
that's right. She just passed,
But
right?
Hillary was actually Hillary was our best president ever. So we can't really call her like a first wife. She was the best president we ever had.
I don't know how marriages exist
No, I
in
don't know.
that house.
I don't know. I don't even think they live together, do they? Or...
I mean, do they sleep together is the first question,
Oh
right?
hell no!
Like,
They're probably in separate bedrooms or something. At that age, people don't really care. Once you stop banging, people are like, I'll just get my own room.
no, 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 no. You're expecting them to have like a real marriage. I'm looking at this like it's all just a business agreement.
No, I think they were in love at one
Oh,
point.
I'm sure at
I
some
think
point,
Bill
yeah.
was in love with becoming president.
Okay,
and-
pick a
and Hillary-
We're
marriage.
talking about the Carters.
No, we're
no,
just picking
the
a marriage.
Clintons, the Clintons.
Okay.
No, I think the Carters are really, they've been married for like 60 years.
Can I say which one looks like it's been by design? The Obamas. Like it was by design that she was like so perfect and he was like and he hadn't been in politics for that long.
Yeah.
So like the design just seemed too perfect that I was like, wow, and I guess like finding out that they're really people.
I was talking to somebody about Obama and the whole that he's gay rumor, and I find it surprising that so many liberals like get mad at you if you wonder if he was gay. I'm like, you're supposed to be the LBGTQ party. Why would it really bother you that much wouldn't it be great if we found out if Obama came out as gay? He's like,
It's too bright in here. Where
yeah.
did all the light
No,
come
but
from? Why is
I'm
all the
saying,
light on?
I'm saying, why is
I'm
it
just
that it
kidding.
matters so much to these people? You people, you got gay friends. Who cares if Obama came out as gay one day? Would that be a problem? I mean, our first gay president most likely was nobody thought he was gay.
Which one?
We've had
I'm
gay.
like, which one?
I mean, we've had gay presidents before. We just didn't know. I mean,
But why should sexuality come
yeah.
into? Because it's a job. It's a job.
And people like get upset. They're like, and it's like Obama was writing
find
letters to a
mine.
woman in college about like, I think about having gay sex with men all the time, and then they get upset. I'm like, hey, you're supposed to be the gay party. Like, why are you so upset if he was gay? Why would you be upset over that? People get really upset.
Thank you.
Yeah. That's what I find surprising.
I think
So, who do you think was probably one? If you were to guess at least one gay president, which one would it be?
I think Abraham Lincoln was gay.
oh my
You
god.
think Abraham Lincoln was gay?
George Washington could have been gay. He had no children of his own.
The guys liked it when he took out his rubber or his wooden teeth.
I guess it all depends. What is your idea of? Because like they have gay experiences that doesn't make them gay. Like Anyway, so I'm just
Gay
saying
curious, bi curious.
everybody's got an experience of yeah.
So I just find it funny that liberals get so upset when you're like, you even wonder if Obama was gay. Like, that's a conspiracy. I'm like, why should it matter? Why should it matter? That's all I'm saying is why get upset over that kind of stuff? You're like the party. You're supposed to be the open party, right? Shouldn't you be accepting everybody?
I feel so vulnerable talking about this.
I
About
don't
gay
know.
presidents?
Yeah, like I just don't want to be involved.
You don't want to be canceled?
No,
You don't
hell
wanna be
no.
canceled.
Can we change the topic?
Yeah, because
Oh,
you don't
yeah,
want to be
yeah.
canceled. I can feel it now.
We can cancel it, but
I'm
you
afraid
know,
to say it. Don't worry. I
Right.
don't think they can be canceled sooner.
I am Joe Mama. I'm like.
So what you got planned? Are you thinking about your New Year's resolution, or what you got going on?
Shit, I'm just thinking about Wednesday, and that's far enough. It's Monday.
I'll go do a bunch of open mics with you. Do you drive around though? I mean,
Hell, okay, no. So Monday, I would tell
what do you do today? Are you going to an open mic tonight, or?
No, but I'm okay. I haven't had much to look forward to. Wednesday.
Yeah, I
Wednesday.
saw your video. You posted about it. Your video about how you miss comedy when your
Well,
kids were around.
Yeah, and then I was telling everybody how much I love them and everything. Oh my God, what was it? I drank a little. I had 2 drinks. Yeah, I had 2 drinks, sang some karaoke, and I was like, I miss you guys so much. Told some guy I think I have a crush on him. Oh my
Oh,
God.
really? Was it Paul or was it Paul? Was it Paul?
I was like, I've said too much. I'm never coming here
What
again.
do you think about comedian couples?
I don't agree with coupling. Period. No, I don't know. I'm
What
miserable.
do you think
and I'm
about comedian
resentful.
couples? Do you think comedians should be couples or?
If you like each other,
The trouble is that people always question. When you see a comedian couple, people are always they're like, well, she's only there because she's got a career.
it's already hard enough to understand your relationship, but to like have a relationship and then fucking be like public,
Yeah,
public. What are these called? PR.
You're
People.
funnier than me.
PDA,
They don't work.
like public displays of affection.
That all of that, but just being in the public eye, okay?
Oh,
So
yeah.
like I don't want to even talk about my ex-husband. Dude, I gave him his rings back because he asked for it back.
Oh yeah.
But he didn't ask me. He told my daughter
That was
to
nice.
ask for it.
You should have just sold it. Like, why you gotta give it back? It's your ring.
No, because I've got a lot more integrity. And the truth is,
Is it a family heirloom or something? Or?
no, they were mine.
Oh, you-
They were mine. That's what they were.
You
They were
shouldn't have
mine.
to give it back.
I
Like,
shouldn't have to, but he's that's fine. Because I make jokes about it. I was like, this is 2 carats,
So
too
he
late.
can't give it to another girl that he really likes. So let's say he's found another girl that he may want to settle down with. He's never going to give them the ring that he gave you, because if he did, and it was ever found out that was the ring he got back from you, that new woman would be pissed
I bet.
off.
How
Well,
much is it
And
worth
then-
though? How much
Then
are
what
your
is he
rings
going to
worth?
do? Is he going to sell it? So if it was worth something, is he going
I
to
could
sell
tell
it
you how much it's worth. Like I have the certificate and
You
like
have a
all that.
certificate.
of authenticity?
Yeah,
This is
I've-
from the Franklin Mint. What is
The
this?
Franklin
What
Mint.
is this ring from?
Guys,
pay
let me
monthly?
tell you,
Yeah,
first of
yeah.
all, it was a Valentine's Day special that he got for 50% off.
With 5 easy installments of $19.99 and one really complicated one
So,
of
when-
$1.11.
When he wanted it back, I was like, okay, he's probably still making payments on it. So I was like, he can have
How
it
long ago was that?
But so even if he was still making payments on it, they're not going to take his ring back.
He
Is it
got-
an engagement ring though? I
Okay,
mean,
so it's a 2-carat lab.
because you were married for
Oh,
over
it's a
20
2-carat.
years, right?
Oh, so it's got money.
It's
There's
a-
money.
It's a lab grown diamond.
Oh.
Lab grown diamond.
It's
So
not
it
a
was to
blood
my
diamond.
specifics of like with the imperfections that I like, the yellow clarity or like the yellow in the. Anyways,
See, that was the problem
it's
because
so funny though. I'm like
because
really trying to pull it up.
you don't need a man who's going to buy your ring 50% off. You need a man who's going to pay full price.
Yeah, and I think once somebody gives you like a wedding or engagement ring, that's yours to keep. If you agreed and you got married, and it was an engagement or wedding ring,
Yeah.
you're keeping it.
Dude,
But I know that you wouldn't necessarily want to keep it or whatever. But I would rather you go hawk it and go spend it on a gift
I
for your
would,
kids.
I would, but okay. So since it's a lab grown diamond, it's considered cubic zirconia.
Oh yeah.
It's
Oh,
considered
yeah.
a fake, even though I have the certificates and everything for it, and it's in the white gold that it's in. They still have no value. So I was like, okay,
So you're only gonna get the value of maybe the white gold.
yeah, you would have to take the diamond out because they're like they didn't want to touch it once they realized because it tests. It
Why-
tests as a
Why
diamond.
did you marry a guy who gave you a cubic zirconian?
It
Well,
tests as a
kind of-
diamond.
Yeah, because
What
it's
kind
a
of
lab,
man is that?
it's a lab grown diamond.
Lab grown diamond.
Yeah.
That's just nah. You know, if people didn't die for the ring, it's not. You
So
can't
sorry.
marry
Oh
them.
my
if
God.
somebody's not dead because they had to find your
If they
ring.
didn't smuggle that ring in there,
Yeah.
Keister.
If your ring didn't come from somebody's ass, you know.
If it's not a blood
No.
diamond and some child
Yeah.
didn't die and
I
it was
know.
on. not
Blood
worth it.
diamond.
but
Yeah.
it looked dope on my finger, and I wore it because I felt important. Like somebody thought I was worth this 2-carat pretty ass ring, and he gave it to me. It was mine. But when
Yeah.
he asked for it back, then I'm not gonna wear that. I was barely wearing it proudly. I was just kind of wearing it because I forget.
That or even save it for
Yeah,
because
I mean-
it's your daughter's. Save it for your daughter.
Yeah, it's
No,
difficult
yeah.
because you got kids with this guy.
This was from
I
your
mean,
dad. I have no sentimental value
Honestly,
to it.
I want my Louis back. That's what I want back. I want my 2 Louis Vuitton purses with the wallets in them back.
yeah,
Because I gave him his ring back. I want those purses back.
you gotta
So there you
tell,
go. Make the plea to the camera. Tell him I want my stuff
Hell
back.
yeah. Well, because I mean, like,
You gotta tell your kids they can't show up Christmas if they don't bring the Louis Vuitton back.
Turn this video on to 43 minutes and 15 seconds. She wants her Louis Vuitton bag back.
yes, I've got like the 2 seasons. I have fall and spring.
What about
So-
winter and summer? I mean, how you not gonna have
Okay,
winter
so-
and summer?
Or those
Picture-
real Louis Vuittons,
Yeah, they're-
or were they like lab
No, they're-
grown?
No,
Louis
they're
Vuitton.
real.
Did
They're
Did somebody
real.
die
So
for
I
your
bought
Louis
them-
Vuitton?
I bought them from the stores. Like they pull up my email and all that good stuff. It's all serial numbers.
How
you
much
know.
were your bags? Do you mind me asking? How much are these things?
So the purse was like about 2,800, and the wallet was $800.
Right.
And to me, if you can have that much money in your wallet, then cool. Right? If you can sport an $800 wallet and actually have $800 cash in it, then cool.
Yeah.
But when I couldn't like afford to even put money in it and it was starting to fall apart, yeah.
I forget there's a comedian that talks about I gave her a Louis Vuitton bag. It's like $800 or whatever, but she keeps hot sauce in a bottle of hot sauce in it.
Oh, you're talking about
Who's the comedian?
wait, well, I know Susan Maleta. Susan Maleta has her Louis, and she'll be skateboarding with that. And she has her bong in it. Shout out to Susan. What's
I saw
up,
her last night at
lady?
the Punchline.
Really?
that's cool.
Oh
Yeah,
man.
I haven't seen
I
Susan
saw
in a
her
long
last
time.
night at the Punchline. Yeah.
I do. I like hanging out with her. It's just that honestly, the last time we hung out, I'm going through a lot. And
She can party. I think that's what you're about to say. She knows how to party.
oh yeah, definitely. But I'm just going through a lot that I don't need to be like partying.
Oh no, you don't. Yeah, you don't have to tell.
Oh,
us
I don't
all
want to make people sad. That's what
Yeah,
it
you don't have to
is.
tell us all your business and stuff.
Nah. But we so I don't know where she stays at, but the last time we hung out, she was out in Pacifica,
Yeah.
and there was like this God, a vodka place, distillery.
Uh,
Yeah, a vodka distillery.
yeah.
Yeah. So we started off there, and then I'm trying to remember. I know I took her to the Mint.
Yeah.
We went to the Slate to hit that open mic.
I posted on Facebook as a joke that my family used to just drink wild turkey for Thanksgiving.
Uh-huh.
And she told me she posted something that she used to sneak that stuff out of her dad's cabinet when she was in fifth grade.
Wild turkey.
And I'm like, fifth grade? You started drinking in fifth grade? Like,
Oh
damn.
yeah, yeah. No,
She's like
I
my
mean,
hero. Yeah, she told me she stays in Pacifica now. I think I don't know if it's, I think she has a trailer or she
um,
lives on she has a trailer in her truck or
well,
I'm not really sure, but I think she moves around a lot, you know.
dude, I don't think I even have her number really since since I've like left my ex.
Oh,
Oh,
yeah.
I get these notifications for these lives and then like my phone and then so what happens it says live, right? So I hit that look, like right now I just hit Jiao Young's Instagram and like I'm on her live. I'm watching her live right now. But I'm like, I didn't even ask for these notifications. They just show up. And then when I grab my phone, it just jumps on their live.
Oh yeah.
I mean, I'm not a part of her live, but I'm watching her live. Like,
You didn't have to hit. You didn't have to click on the notification and go to that page and
No.
then hit the
I just
post.
fucking picked my phone up. And then you saw, I mean, I think, right? Like, I just picked my phone up and then now I'm watching her live. Ain't that a trip?
Who's
So
on
shouldn't
live?
we, Jiao Young Summer, she's funny as fuck.
Yeah, who is
She's
that?
hilarious. I wish I could, like, I should be like,
You're
hey,
fun.
girl.
I don't think I've ever seen you on stage. We should go do open mics one night together and stuff. Are you really listening to somebody else talk in the middle of my podcast? What are you doing?
She's watching
What are you
another person's
doing?
podcast while she's live on.
Yeah. What are you
I'm
doing?
trying to get her to be a part of our podcast.
You gotta turn down the volume. What are you doing?
I was
What are
trying
you
to.
What are you doing?
We're gonna start having
Oh.
lock boxes out front. that
So
you guys
wait,
have
hold
to-
on.
Yeah.
What had happened was like an hour ago. I took this trip like down this hallway
Yeah.
and I got in the door and I love coming to your podcast by the way.
Oh yeah.
And all the lights are like really pretty.
Am I better than Luke? What podcast you?
Oh my
She's here we go
god.
again.
Yeah.
Am I better than Luke or wait?
I'm having a deja vu again.
Which way? I'm just messing with you.
I
You know,
want you to
Well-
pick a podcast.
Here's what I'm saying. I like hanging with y'all. Thank you so much for inviting
Oh,
me
yeah.
because I was just gonna show up.
yeah, you should do that. I'm
But you
telling you.
were. Oh yeah, yeah.
I'm
should.
telling you, Eric.
You should definitely show up at Chris's house anytime, day or night.
Well,
It'd be
yeah,
2
I
in the
mean,
morning and just say
Oh
hi,
my
Chris's.
God.
Hi, Chris's mom. He said I could
I
come over
got it.
anytime.
Hold on, I gotta make sure I didn't like get my skirt because
Okay, and I'll take you off camera while you do your thing.
thank you. No, it's gonna.
yeah. I mean, I'll
yeah,
give
I
you
think
the
I pictured it
address.
stain.
I'll give you the. You know what? I'll give you the address. I always think like I need to find my mom a buddy that we could share. You know.
We can share.
I think my mom needs friends. My mom needs more friends, and I'm thinking I need to find somebody.
And Christian, her hair is very pretty, like blue.
Yeah. My mom got a haircut. She's like, no, my hair's too short. I'm like, one time we went to get a
Wait,
haircut, and the guy cutting her hair told her, hey, you
here's
gotta stop cutting your own hair or don't come here again. You can't cut your own hair and come here because you're ruining your hair anyway.
it's bad for business.
It's bad for
You
business and
can't
stuff.
come here looking like you're
Yeah,
hilarious.
but
Dude, how can I get you to be a better son to your mom? She'll be a better mom to you, maybe.
I don't know. It's kind of late. My mom's in her 70s, so
Kind of
It's
late.
kind
if
of late.
if I'm a bad son now, I don't know what I can do. Like to,
I
you
just feel
know,
like there's a
It's
lot
hard
that
to
can be
teach a
done.
old junkyard
I
rat
feel
new
bad.
tricks.
I feel bad because I depend on my mom a lot. I don't drive, and her birthday is in December 6th, and they made her take the RIN test, and she failed the first one. And I'm like, Mom, you can't fail your RIN test. I don't fucking drive. You can't lose your license. What am I gonna do? What am
This
I
is
gonna
so
do?
funny, but it's so
Yeah,
real.
Yeah, and she's like, and I think she's messing with me. I don't think she failed her RIN test. I think she's
Can
just
I
like,
tell you, like my mom busted through a red, no turn on red, so they gave her a ticket.
oh yeah,
They got the picture and everything, and she's like,
yeah.
it wasn't me, but in the camera.
it's her.
You can't lie about that. But you know what you should do? This was my
Can,
policy. I always went to court, and I made sure that the cop who gave me the ticket has got to show up.
can I
I would
tell you
plead
what
not guilty,
happened?
and I'm like, you want me to pay this ticket? You better show the fuck up.
That's hilarious. So we
That,
did. We went. I learned where the court system was. I went, and there's actually a sign there, dude. I'm trying to remember because it was an experience. First of all, my mom handed me her purse when we were going through the metal detector. She goes, "Here, can you hold this for me?"
that's always a bad sign. What you got in there?
I said, "I gotta go through the same metal detector with you."
What do you got in there? What do you got in
So
there?
yeah, I was like, "What does she got in here?" She got like a knife, and I was like, "Okay, let me at least put this
Was
in
it here? Was it in downtown?
It was downtown San
Oh
Francisco
yeah,
on
that
Bryant.
courthouse. Yeah, that courthouse. Yeah.
Oh, sorry. I'm like, so I was like, did she really just hand me her purse and it has like whatever in it? But we got
Yeah.
through. We got through. We went
Uh-huh.
through. Yeah. It
It's
was a
weird.
setup.
It's weird because last time I went through the airport with my mom, now she's at the age where they don't even search you. You're like, oh, you over 75? Oh yeah, just walk right through.
Right. They like kids.
Yeah, well, right. Don't worry about it. Don't
But
worry
can I
about
tell you what I did have in my purse? I had a battery charger that's like that jump starts cars.
it. Oh really?
Yeah, in my purse. In my purse.
Oh why? Does
So
your car run out of? Is your battery bad or?
So check this. In a Mercedes, there's two batteries. There's the front battery and there's the back battery. And my ex had a bad battery in the back. One of the things he did eventually, he got a battery when he came here, but he got this jump starter battery, and it was in my purse. And I was like, why is this in my purse while I'm going through security? But I got through. I was okay.
That's good. Yeah. When I came back from Chile, right before we got on the plane, they searched our bags and they made me dump out my
See,
water.
you never know what is like contraband.
Yeah. And then they looked at my Axe body spray. They're like, "What is this?" I'm like, "It's a body spray."
You're just talking about TSA too, huh?
No, no, no. This was right. This was in TSA because you go through
Oh,
TSA.
you're talking about customs?
And then I bought, no, it wasn't, it was not even customs, but right before we got on the plane, because I bought a water bottle after I got through TSA and customs,
Dude,
and they took it from me. They're like, nah, nah. And then they took my Axe body spray. This thing could blow up.
so they could give it to their nephews for
I,
Christmas.
I don't know. I would have never bought I would have never bought another water bottle
Somebody
if I
smells
had
like Axe
known they were
body
gonna
spray
like,
now because
yeah.
of you. You've contributed to their.
It was a couple dollars.
I'm sorry, am I too close to the mic? I'm just like getting
No, it's
comfortable on it.
okay. Yeah,
Like I'm just getting sultry with the microphone.
that's what it's for. I mean, that's why I bring you here because the mic likes you.
What?
So,
Um,
they want to hear you sing a song.
Wednesday I'm excited because Hysteria is having an open mic. So they normally have once a month, but there's two there's an extra Wednesday in this month. So Hysteria has an extra open mic on Wednesday. I'm excited for it because I love that room. The feedback feels great.
Where is Hysteria?
SF Eagle.
Oh yeah, yeah, I know the Eagle.
Yeah, it's at
I,
the corner.
I used to go there.
Like
yeah.
what, 12th and Mission?
No,
Yeah, that's not too far from here, is
12th
it?
and Folsom
It's
or
near.
Harrison.
It's near the Best Buy, isn't it? Or there's a Best Buy out there.
I think it's Folsom. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, but so it's the I know that every time that I've gotten up there, it felt great, and that I'll give a mic props for that. I'll even the hard mics, you know.
I would go there, but they're like, we only allow gay men and women at this open mic, and I'm
Well,
like,
I'm pretty sure it's an
I'm like-
ignorance kind of thing. Like,
Just tell them
'cause-
you're curious.
I know. I'm
there you go.
kidding.
I got up there and I was like, is it wrong that I hear it's not raining man? I will survive. That's all I
Yeah.
heard in my head. Is like I will
No,
survive.
but every time I see there's another one in Oakland. They're like, this one's only for gay men and women. Like, I mean,
I'd say stay out of my bedroom.
I know.
But I will say, okay,
open
and they
mic is an open mic,
they
right?
open the mic to ladies as well. So I,
Yeah.
as a lady,
You could be a woman. You don't have to be like a lesbian to do this.
but I
open
think if you told them
You just
about
had,
your
had to have
pink,
gone to college.
mic. Oh
what
yeah,
is it?
that is true.
what is it? You have pink, you have like pink heels, right?
I got pink eye or something. I got
Or pink underwear.
I got pink. Yeah, I got pink underwear.
Yeah, stop
Yeah.
washing your red with your
Uh,
water.
Yeah, dude, you could hit that mic on Wednesday. Just
Yeah, that's one of my jokes that when I went to
But-
watch Barbie, the only pink thing I had was like a pink bra and panty set.
But
that-
here's the thing, like if you're gonna go up there and make people feel like crap, then don't.
Well, yeah, maybe that's the reason I don't go there. I don't go there.
That's always kind of a good rule of
I
thumb
used
when
to
doing
go there,
comedy.
you know.
Yeah, if you're
This-
gonna go up and then make people feel like crap about their own, like, yeah.
Yeah, because I used to hit that this open mics has been going on for years, I think. I used to go there years ago when it was like a leather bar or something.
Did I mention this is some good shit?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, when I saw we all allow gay men and women, I'm like, oh, well, maybe I'm a woman. Maybe I'm okay if I'm a woman and stuff, you know, but
So what are we at? We're still
Where's-
on your show.
we're in San Francisco. We got 40
45 minutes left in the show.
Oh yeah.
Reel us in, Paul.
Reel us in.
Paul.
So what do we got
Show
going
us the
on?
light. Wait,
Show
did
us
you
the light.
even partake? You didn't even partake.
No, I am
Oh my God. So you knew.
So you're flying solo.
don't do this, you know.
Anyways, that's fine. I get it.
Don't stare at my whatever it is. don't
I
look at the
get
light.
it. I get it. I get
Should I
it.
turn off the light show over here? Are you
All I
like
know is that my stomach is doing swirls because of
Yeah.
stuff that I eat.
well, that's how you know it's
You didn't
it's
get
real.
any food in you before, did you?
No, because that's how you eat it.
Yeah.
I had
Oh,
to
yeah.
like remind us like we're on a show. Come
This
on,
is a show.
gentlemen, reel
This
it
is a
in.
show.
Reel it in.
This is a show.
You're the sober one. You're
Well, it's my show, damn it.
You're
It's my
supposed to be sober. Okay.
it's my show.
Mwahaha.
It's my show. I should be sober, right? It's sober Monday, isn't it? Every
It is
Monday. Stop looking at the light show behind me. It might freak you out or something.
No.
I'm actually looking at. Apparently, we have a flood advisory for
No way,
Santa Rosa.
really?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
That's-
Coastal flood advisory.
Is it even raining?
Oh, even parts of San Francisco.
Is
Yo,
it even raining now? Or I didn't know it was
is
even
it
raining.
bad? Like I'm having a New York State of Mind song stuck in my head in San Francisco.
Oh yeah. Have you been to New York a lot or?
I've been to New York twice.
Me too.
Once that I can remember of. Okay. And it was like during the Puerto Rican Day Parade, so it was like really hectic.
Oh yeah.
Actually, I remember that year. It was like 2000, the year 2000. Shit. And girls were getting raped, I think.
That's terrible. You're all right though. Is that why you went down there? You can get lucky, I heard. I'm gonna go down there.
No, I was already married. I was married to my first husband at the time, and
Oh, yeah.
we were visiting his brother that is a corporate lawyer. that worked that lived out there.
Did you give the rings back to your first husband? Or?
Actually, I gave it to him because I knew he needed money.
Okay. What about your? Maybe that's why your second husband asked for the rings back.
No, he told me he would never ask for it back. So that's why it hurt. And not
Um,
only did he ask for it back, he didn't.
he should be man up and just ask you.
He sent the 18-year-old.
Oh yeah. Maybe she needed. Maybe she wanted the rings to sell it to get some money. Maybe
But
it
you
was,
know what? I'm
Maybe it
not.
was. Maybe it was her idea.
I will say this. I have too much feelings behind it. I'd rather not discuss it.
Yeah.
Cause like I'll talk freely about things I don't care
So
about.
tell me your new jokes. You got some jokes?
Okay, so blue. All right, I gotta wear blue shit now because
San
my hair.
Francisco's all about blue. Have you noticed that?
My hair dyes everything blue.
Yeah.
Like my neck is blue.
The Transamerica building is all blue at night. You know.
This is the
This is a blue city.
Texas disabled placard blue.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, it's a little lighter than your guys.
You got a disabled placard,
Yes,
didn't you
I
say? Yeah.
I need to get my California one. Okay, so my driver's license is about to expire. My Texas driver's license.
Oh yeah. Are you gonna get a California one?
I live here. I should.
Yeah.
God, I'm gonna have to start paying taxes here. I've
That's
lived here
right.
for a whole year.
That's right. You gotta pay taxes. You're in California now.
I think they still exempt.
They're
They
they're a
the
million.
veterans are exempt.
There are a million taxes. Oh really? I didn't know that the veterans don't pay taxes.
I think so. I'm not sure. It's been so I left in 1997. I'm like stuck in that time.
97. Yeah. I was in college. No, actually, I was out of college by 97.
97.
I flunked out in 96.
So did you guys hear that the Stephen Colbert show's canceled?
No,
got canceled?
wait, what?
When did it get? When did it
All
get?
right, so I'll read this for you.
When did it get canceled?
This comes straight from CBS News, folks. The Late Show canceled as Stephen Colbert recovers from surgery.
So they canceled the show?
Yeah. Late night host Stephen Colbert is recovering from surgery for a ruptured appendix. He said on Monday.
Oh, wait.
The Late Show with Stephen Colbert, which airs on CBS, was canceled this week as Colbert recovers. And in a statement, he says, I'm sure you're thinking turkey overdose, Steve, gravy boat capsize. Actually, I'm recovering from surgery for a ruptured appendix, Colbert said in social media posts. I'm grateful to my doctors for their care and to Evie and the kids for putting up with me going forward. All emails to my appendix will be handled by my...
Buddy on the other show, there's nobody behind them. Like, they all have the same jokes.
Right. So there's something that you've noticed. So I agree with you. It's like they have the same writers.
Yeah.
It's like if let's say they're talking about Trump,
They're all
they'll have the same thing like, oh, he was in court today for whatever court case and he said this and the judge said that and here's the punchline. And it's the same punchline across all four networks. And so here's the thing. I do political humor and I do topical political humor. There's so much material that I'll do and then throw away because it's so timely. I will watch the late night shows to make sure that I'm not picking up on one of their jokes. Because I don't want somebody going, oh, I heard that on Jimmy Kimmel last night. I heard that on Colbert, or I heard that on all three of them, or whatever.
Yeah.
It usually means it's the low-bearing fruit also. It usually means it's the most obvious joke.
They had some guy doing a Yoda, the guy who was opening up for Trump at a he did like
Oh,
a Yoda.
yeah, I heard him. Yeah, he was doing, oh, yeah, strong he is.
Yeah,
Good
it
shit.
was funny. The Yoda guy was hilarious. I don't think he meant to be. I don't know if he meant to be funny.
No, he meant to be, I guess, like, he meant to be funny, but he didn't, they were laughing at him, not with him.
Yeah, and then they had Trump talking about the Russian thing where the golden shower.
Oh yeah, and how he like how like his
Oh my
wife didn't
gosh.
believe that one. She believed all the other ones.
Yeah, but it was the same video, all four of them, and
All four. If you go to Kimmel, if you go to
Yeah.
Colbert, if you go to all of
That's
them,
why I'm like, who wrote it?
yeah, I mean, it's like, dude, they got one guy writing 4 shows.
Well,
I mean,
okay, so when it comes to network television, I learned that in Texas, like watching local television and what was it? Local TV, national TV, the differences and recognizing what they would put out. Yeah.
yeah.
So, yeah, well, obviously they had the same writers.
or like I said, I think they just go for the low bearing fruit, and they have to think of jokes all day long. Their job is, I need a monologue every night of the week, and there's a staff of a handful of writers that do it for me, and
Uh-huh.
they're constantly sitting around a table going, "Oh, I'm reading today's headlines," and Trump
Yeah.
did this.
So you actually keep a finger on the pulse to like hear jokes to make sure you don't say a joke that is
that they just said last night. And it's funny because if you're smart enough and like, well, I won't say if you're smart enough because I don't know if I'm smart enough. If you get in a rhythm, you will actually scoop them. There's times where I've made jokes that they don't make for like a week or two.
Yeah.
And then they make it, or something comes up in politics that you predicted. And I was like, I was just talking about that
Yeah.
2 weeks ago. And I called it.
They-
Oh, it was even like the Gavin Newsom thing. So I started telling that Gavin Newsom was getting into a position of where he wants to run for the presidency. And he's always said, no, I don't want to do that.
yeah.
But I know for a fact he was getting in a position, because if you looked at what he did, he vetoed a whole bunch of shit, like the thing with the pot clubs
Yeah.
and all this stuff, decriminalizing mushrooms in California.
Yeah.
You're
He
looking at how it
vetoed
applies to you.
like 4 things that if he was just running for governor again, he would have passed.
Yeah.
Because he wants the money in the state and he wants to get reelected. But when you go to a national stage and you start talking about, oh, we're going to legalize mushrooms in San Francisco that already has an epidemic with fentanyl and theft and all
Yeah.
these other things,
Yeah.
they're going to start going, well, you're part of the problem. And so when he tries to go get votes as a president, they're going to shoot him down. He's not going to get the amount of votes he needs to even be the front runner in his party.
Yeah.
So he started playing it safe. And he started doing that like about 4 months ago. And I saw it happening. And now I've heard it in the last couple of weeks. Oh, well, he's getting poised to run for president.
Yeah.
They
And
have
I'm
a
like,
whole
see,
staff
I was
that's
calling
like-
it.
Yeah.
Yeah, a whole staff behind him designing as it's being revealed.
But you know, there's never been a Democrat out of the West Coast who's become president. The only people who become
That's
president-
incorrect.
Don't make me think.
Which one? Tell me.
Like,
Reagan.
He's not a Democrat, fool.
he's
I
a
said that-
Republican.
I said there's never been-
a Democrat.
Nixon and
Fool.
Reagan came out of California,
He
but
said-
there's never been a Democrat out of the West Coast to become
A
president.
Democrat. I thought you said.
And
something
you know
opposite.
why? The main reason is because of the
Poor
time
Ace.
difference. When the news is
Aw.
happening back east around 5, it's still like 2 p.m.
Right.
I
So,
feel you, Ace.
But remember that one guy from Colorado? He got busted because he was banging some broad on the boat. I forgot his name, but in '88 and stuff. But
Gary.
yeah, that guy, Gary Hart.
Gary Hart.
But yeah, the only 2 people from California to become president were Nixon and Reagan. But there's never been
A Democrat. Okay.
I mean,
I didn't hear
it
the
could
Democratic part.
happen, but yeah, it's true. Like, why not let dispensaries have like lounges in California? I mean, this is the same guy who wrote the weed law. That's what I'm saying. He
Well,
wrote-
it's also the other one is the one you were talking about earlier too, where you can't get free samples. So if you go to a cannabis club, you can't. They won't give you a free dab anymore.
yeah,
Or they
Oh,
won't give you
really?
this or that. Or what really affects people like Chris and I, even yourself, is that if you're doing shows like these cannabis shows
Uh-huh.
at different venues, They used to have, like, we used to do
Oh yeah,
hemp
they
cons.
just
Yeah.
Yeah, and they'd be like giving out free pre-rolls and
Yeah.
this and that. If you're legally in the venue and you're of age and you're able to partake, as long as you don't get behind the wheel of a car and kill anybody.
Yeah,
But
you have all these.
again, I've not
disclaimers.
heard too many people get in a car and create an accident when they're on pot. I've heard of them creating a traffic jam, and there's like, 1,000 cars behind them going, pick up the speed. You're only going 5 miles an hour.
Yeah, I was talking to somebody. HempCon is having an event in March called the
May I?
Flower Con,
Thank you.
but it's mainly for a wholesale business. So, and the tickets are like $100 just to get in, and it's like, I mean, they High Times doesn't even do events anymore. Like, they just have people judge, and even the one in Santa Rosa,
So,
they're not doing it this year. They used, in December last year they had that event in Santa Rosa, the Emerald Cup. They don't even do them anymore because it's too difficult. It's too difficult to do them, and it's because of Gavin Newsom. You know,
I'm the-
Oh, isn't that perfect though? It should be. Oh, because you're going. I got you. Never know which way you're going, but here.
So, do you know the way to San Jose?
even the delivery. Like if you work for a dispensary, they can't even give you free stuff. If you work for the dispensary, they're not allowed to have free stuff. I mean, who writes that kind of law? I mean,
So, this battery was given to me by Pure Beauty because I bought 2 of their.
oh yeah.
Yeah, and then they were packing up, so they gave me 2 batteries. But to be honest, one of the batteries is shoddy. So,
Yeah, I don't
like,
even,
free is still good, but
that battery's pretty good though. You don't even have to press anything.
right? Yeah.
It's pretty. My batteries always go bad. I don't know why.
Uh,
I think it might be my
user
mom.
error.
My mom hates weed. She might be breaking my battery.
No, you do leave it in your laundry.
I don't leave it in my laundry.
Do you
no.
leave it in your you leave it in your laundry?
No,
don't you? Yes,
I've
you-
never washed. I've never washed a vape pen in my life. I have washed weed before, and I try to smoke it.
I believe
did
this has
watch-
been in the wash. This has been in the wash,
And it still works.
and
I
it
mean,
still works. Yes, I mean,
Yeah, I mean that's what's so good about it and stuff. What's your favorite dispensary? Which one is it you go to?
the one that gives the best rewards. Embark in Redwood City was my favorite for a
Oh,
long
yeah?
time, but I don't live there anymore.
But can they even give out rewards anymore? I mean,
Oh yeah, no, I don't know.
They can give out rewards, but they can't. That's a great question.
Oh,
Can
how
they
it
give out
affects the
rewards?
rewards
yeah.
system.
Yeah, so it probably does. They probably have to revamp it. You probably don't get a product for free. You probably end up getting now a product for like, you still have to purchase one to get one.
They
or...
call it a penny. Like they say they charge it for a
Oh
penny
yeah,
just to give it
that's
credence.
true. A
Yeah,
lot
they-
of them is when you get the buy one get the other one free or
Oh,
whatever. It's
yeah.
like sold for a penny.
Yeah, they gotta do that. Like they gotta charge you a penny because that's the law. They gotta charge you something, which is kind of dumb. Like who comes up with this kind of stuff? I don't gotta. But the thing is, I used to go to a sesh a lot in Oakland, and my friend who's a vendor, he got followed home and he got robbed at gunpoint. So. And I'm afraid to go there and stuff.
It's unsafe to come here. It's unsafe to come
Oh
here.
yeah, it's safe to come out here. That's why what's his name didn't bother to show up. He's
No,
like,
I'm not gonna touch that.
he
I'm
didn't
not
bother
gonna
to show up.
No, I'm not gonna touch
I'm not
that.
mentioning his name, but he didn't even bother to show up.
I'm just saying.
This is the most secure podcasting studio in San Francisco.
It's a nicest one.
But I'm out there walking
Yeah,
around.
it's secure. Yeah.
It's secure. We have 3 levels of security.
Hell yeah.
We have the guy at the front door that's smoking fentanyl.
He just jokes about the zombie apocalypse. That's
Oh, I
only
know.
after 6 o'clock at night.
You know
Oh,
when I
it's-
when I first came to this studio when it was run by Voldemort, somebody jokingly told me that the reason they got security is to make sure we can't like get near the ballerinas and stuff. He's like, there's a
Well, I
ballet
would
school. They don't want us banging the ballerinas, so they got
Well,
security.
yeah, because most of them are
Oh dear
underage.
Jesus!
I didn't know that. I mean,
Protect them ballerinas. Protect them poor girls. Like,
I know they were underage. The ones I saw were like at least
I can't even. Okay, so even if a girl is super pretty, I can't. Even if look, okay,
You're married. That part of your brain doesn't work anymore.
well, okay, that's incorrect. But I can't look at a person 30 or under and not feel creepy.
Right, 30. I feel like there's a.
that's why you need
Because
drugs.
I'm 56. My oldest kid is 31.
That okay. So as a 44-year-old mother, I don't think I could date a guy who's younger than 30.
Right.
They have to at least be 30 and up.
And I just mean, oh, looking at somebody and going, oh, she's pretty. I could say she's a pretty girl or she's dressed nice, but for me to go, wow, she's hot,
But I mean, like you can't
I'd
even.
have to feel creepy if it was any younger than that. And even quite honestly.
I would say, what does your wife say?
I thought
So my wife's really nice about if I say something. I don't. I'm
Watch
not.
your
Crude. I'm not
words. Watch your
crude.
words.
I'm not crude. So usually,
I bang
let's
her.
say, yeah. Yeah. So you won't hear me say that.
If I wasn't married, I'd bang her. No,
Yeah.
no, I don't bang her
Like,
now.
as if you wasn't married, then you ain't.
Right. So you would never hear me say any of those things. But I might say, oh, she's pretty, or look at that outfit, or
I don't believe that I would have this life as a married woman. I mean, like, my husband is like way too possessive. I can't imagine being. You were talking about comedy couples and stuff.
Yeah.
I can't imagine like
I think that would be bad news anyway because
comedy.
a lot of
couples.
couples don't make it.
Yeah, relationships are hard.
And when you break up with somebody, it's bad enough. But when you break up with a comedian, you're just another 5 minute set.
Yeah, because I was talking to somebody about
Oh my god.
a female comedian, and the guy's like, "Well, you know, her boyfriend's so and so, and that's why she gets booked a lot." And I'm like, I've been hearing stuff like that for years. So to me, it's like comedy couples are complicated, you know, like, you know.
Not interesting.
I think I only know a couple comedy couples that ever made it, and they've only made it for.
What about Judy Tenuta and the other guy? What's his name? Oh, I forgot.
Really?
Good. I just
She
say
was
good
with
luck
somebody?
for.
I think she was
Good
married
luck
to a
for,
comedian.
ooh, good luck. Good luck.
I think they got divorced, though. I forgot his name. He was
I
like,
think also once you get to a certain level as a comedian, things are a little bit easier.
yeah.
And I would think relationships would be easier, especially if you're with another comedian that's of the same stature, same level comedian. You both command, headline rooms. It'd be hard if one of them was an open mic and the other one was Chris Rock.
You know,
Right.
that's scary what happened in Colbert. I had a friend that went to the hospital, and he said he had appendix pain, and they sent him home, and it ruptured, and he died.
Oh
Like,
shit.
So I went to one hospital. They denied me. I'd been hurting for 2 days. I was living. I wasn't living at home. This is when I was younger. I was living at someone else's house. Wasn't eating all the time. My boss took me out for this big old meal and big old dessert, and I got so stuffed that I'm like, oh, my tummy hurts. And then the next day I woke up because that was at night. Next day I woke up, I still had my tummy ache, and I'm like, wow, that's really weird that I'm still hurting. Anyway, for 2 days I hurt. And then finally, because I was younger, my mom ended up coming to pick me up and bringing me to the hospital, and Kaiser turned me away because I no longer had my Kaiser card.
Oh no. Yeah.
So then they turned around, brought me to the county hospital, couldn't get out of the car. They had to go into the hospital to get someone to get me out of my mom's van because I couldn't walk.
How old were you?
17
17.
or so. And then they got me into the hospital. They brought me into an exam room. Doctor walked in for like a second or two, didn't say really anything, turned back around, walked out of the room. 3 nurses came in and started giving me clothes to change out of and putting IVs in my arm. And they're like, you're going into surgery now.
They took your gallbladder out.
No, it was the appendix.
Your appendix.
And then, so what they had said is, if you had waited any longer, it would have ruptured and you could have died. And I
Eh?
said, oh, you probably say that all the time. They said, we had it in our hand. We were putting it into the tray and the thing popped and burst.
Oh wow.
Because
Yeah.
if that would have happened inside of you, you could have gone septic and died.
Yeah, it happened to a friend of mine. You know the
Well,
saddest.
isn't that what happened to
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. Yeah.
James, Frosty Nugs?
The worst part about it is everybody assumed it was true. I thought it was true.
You're
And even when they told me, even when they told me, I was like, nah, it probably was drugs. You know, like I thought it was.
drugs don't help, but you
I
know.
no, I thought it was drugs that killed him. You know,
Yeah, they're-
I thought it was drugs that killed him because Frosty and I we were friends, but I mean, yeah, I thought.
So yeah, he died from
A burst appendix.
Yeah, he was young. He was like in his 30s, so he wasn't even that old and stuff.
I never knew.
And he got sent home. I think he went to the one in what's that county hospital in Oakland with the ER. I think he went there, and
So
they
did he have a case? Did his family have a case?
I don't know. I'm not sure if they sued. Like,
Because I know like people are naturally litigious.
yeah, I don't know. I mean,
Well, even when I got that happened to me, I should have been able to sue Kaiser for not admitting me because any emergency room is supposed to admit you with any life-threatening
Yeah.
things.
yeah,
I
it's
agree.
true.
And
yeah.
so if they literally, I literally drove from Redwood City Kaiser, or my mom
17
drove from Redwood City Kaiser to Chopin, San Mateo. So what did that take? 15-minute drive? So you mean a doctor could just look at me for a second, not touch me, not do anything,
They'll
Yeah.
charge you.
and literally see me and go, oh, he needs to be in surgery now.
Yeah.
But yet the person a half hour ago couldn't do the same and didn't say, oh, by the way, if we send him away, he might die.
That's really sad that the coverage is like that in San Francisco.
I had an EKG done, but they put a bunch of stickers on me. And a minute later, the woman looked at the computer and said, "Oh, your heart is fine." And I started wondering if it was a joke because all they did is put a bunch of stickers on me.
No,
right?
no, no. Okay, so if the nurse says your heart is fine, I hope. Your
Yeah,
heart
but it was so instant. Like I had these stickers, and the next thing you know, like, hey, your heart is good. And it was
It was
so
a second opinion.
Yeah, it was so quick that I thought, like, damn, that is.
Like they didn't even take the stickers off.
No, I had to take the stickers off myself,
I
but
hate
yeah,
those damn stickers.
it's like, yeah, I never had an EKG before.
Yeah.
I thought it's complicated. No, they just stick a bunch of stickers on you.
It is.
like-
It's pretty scary. It's pretty
yeah, your
scary.
heart
And
is
then
fine. I was surprised. I didn't even know I had a heart because
they.
I thought they took your heart out when you came to America. Like, if
Your
you're an immigrant,
heart.
the minute you arrive to America, they just take your heart out. Like, you don't need this. You don't need a heart to live
Here's
here.
your new heart.
You don't need this. And my dad had a true bypass, so it was like, he had a true bypass in his 50s, so it was really scary for me. But yeah, it was like, your heart is fine. I'm like, well, at least I got a heart. That's a good. I'm not like the Tin Man with no heart.
Do you realize we are getting old?
Hell yeah, we're getting old.
I would say we, because I'm along with y'all.
Along with y'all.
One of my cousins just is becoming a grandma next year for the first time. I don't have any cousins that are grandparents.
What?
My aunt was telling me, I'm gonna be a great grandma soon, and I was like, "What? Are you serious? You're gonna be a great grandma?" And she's in her 70s. I'm like, "Yeah, we're getting old. I'm gonna have cousins that are
I
grandparents."
didn't think I would live this long. What am I supposed to do now?
I think you're supposed to become famous
Is
comedian
that what's supposed to
and
happen?
have me go on tour and
that-
have me open up for you.
What?
So that's what you're supposed
Is that what
to.
everybody's waiting on?
Hell yeah, we're all waiting for
Like,
that.
show me the
We're
way.
we're all waiting for that one
Dude.
friend that blows up and takes us with us. That's what we're all
That's
waiting for. Hell yeah.
hilarious.
Hell yeah. What do you
Did you
think
know
we're
what-
waiting for?
Did you know I could sing?
Yeah, you sang for us the last time, remember?
No, but that was just like that wasn't even.
You told me you tried out for America. No, is it the other one? What was his name?
Oh my god!
That show?
American Idol.
You know that show is rigged. Like they pick people.
Yeah.
The people get on the show. They find them like months before they don't even the people they bring
Yeah.
in from the audience.
Dude, I was working at TSA. I was like, if they really thought that I was something, then they would have like interviewed TSA and done all that.
Oh yeah.
that
Oh,
stuff.
the story package,
Yeah.
the backstory thing.
You were
Yeah.
at TSA.
I was
You
at
find
TSA.
did you find any weird stuff people were trying to carry on a plane or?
No, I saw the staff. I ended up processing the people who were doing the thing when I was trying out for
Oh yeah.
American Idol. I saw them through TSA process.
Oh yeah.
Like, yeah, I tried out, and they're like, how'd it go? And I'm like, I'm still here.
I'm still
They
here.
gave me 30 days leave. They were ready for me to. They had faith in me. They were
Oh
like,
yeah.
we're gonna give you as many days as you want.
That's great. Man, you still got a shot. That show's still on the air. Isn't
Dude,
it?
that was like in 2006.
You can sing, you know. You gotta join a choir or something.
Well, I'm glad that I waited this long because I didn't even know I could sing like this.
My mom went to see the Taylor Swift movie. Like, it's like 3.5 hours long.
Really? Okay, so I went to a Katy Perry concert.
The trouble with movies that long, I don't like to go with other people because I don't know if I should admit this, but they're so long. I sometimes pee in a cup in the movie
Dear
theater.
Jesus.
I know. What's so wrong about?
There's nothing wrong with that. I get it. You don't want to get up. Just go pee before you watch the movie.
I do, but
Go
sometimes
pee.
you got.
And then stop drinking drinks.
Sometimes you feel I never understood why I would. You know, one time I take my shoes off in the theater and I put it in the seat next to me.
Oh,
And this was like before people couldn't sit near you during COVID. So I didn't think anybody was going. Some woman showed up with her kids, and the woman looked at the shoes on and went to complain to management. Right? She saw that the shoes were, and I took them off. She didn't want to sit in that seat. She went to complain to management. So I took a bottle of water and dumped it right on the seat. So when she came back, I'm like, I guess you won't be sitting here, were you? There's like 50 empty seats in this movie theater. Why you got?
Well, you know what it is like.
I was
when
like,
you have to.
I'm
pick a
old school.
seat.
You don't complain to management about Chris. I have the ANC movie pass. I'm not trying to get thrown out of the Metreon
You're
for
my
good.
favorite, Chris.
You're
You know-
connected,
You're awesome.
like one of the good fellas.
Yes.
Just dump the fucking water on the seat. I was like, go sit somewhere else. Why you gotta sit next to me? Like,
She just.
yeah. And it was the last Batman movie that came out
Oh my
last year.
gosh. What was she expecting?
I don't know. And the management didn't even give a fuck. They didn't come back and complain. They told her to go sit somewhere else, loser, you know? They're not gonna come here and get mad because somebody put their and I realized from now on I would take my shoes off and put it in my backpack
So.
or on the floor. Because it's like, who cares? So my shoes were on the fucking seat. Go sit somewhere else,
Okay,
you know? Hey man, you know.
I love. I love your stories, by the way.
Thank you.
I'm like, because they're always funny.
Yeah.
I'm always laughing.
But yeah, I had, you know, I think any movie that's over 3 hours, they got to give you a bathroom break. It's bullshit, you know.
An intermission.
Yeah, give us an
Hell
intermission.
yeah.
I went to see
What movie was 3
Cleopatra.
hours?
I went to see Cleopatra. It was like 4 hours long, and they
Good God.
gave us an intermission, like the old one.
Cleopatra. Did you go with your mom?
No, I
I'm
would,
just saying, Cleopatra seems like something I would take my mother to watch.
I would take her, but my mom and I don't go to the movie theaters because
I don't take my mom.
I think
anywhere.
it'd be too salacious to bring my mother to.
Is it Cleopatra's?
Yeah, because she was
Nah.
having sex and stuff all the time.
Oh, that's disturbing.
what are you talking about? This was like in the 50s. They didn't show her.
I just thought you were talking about like going to the theater. So I was like, did you take your mom? I didn't mean it like that.
No,
Oh
I
my
mean-
God.
No, but I'm not. Don't you want to take your mom to a movie that's
What's an appropriate
Wholesome.
movie? Yeah. Okay. So what is a wholesome movie
Nah.
nowadays?
nothing?
Nothing. Absolutely nothing. Not even the Barbie movie.
Yeah, not even the new Trolls movie. Or
My mom
whatever.
can't
So it's
even
like-
watch two guys having sex. I don't know what the fuck. Anytime there's like gay sex in a
What's
movie,
her problem?
she's like, "Nah, I'm out." I'm like, come on, mom, just accept it. Guys have gay sex.
You
You know?
see,
My
She
mom.
walked out during
Nah.
the Sean Penn Harvey Milk
Oh
movie.
yeah, the Milk movie. Yeah,
oh dear.
that was a good movie. Actually, my cousin.
I was watching that movie. I'm like, he's a really
Yeah.
good actor.
He
I was,
really looks like it
I
too.
was telling one of my cousins about Moscone, the whole story about how Moscone was mayor and that one guy killed both Moscone and
Dan
Milk.
White.
Oh, that's
Dan
it.
White, yeah.
Oh, so it's not just the center.
Yeah, most people don't realize there was a point in San Francisco in the early 70s that San
Moscone.
Francisco was really conservative. It's not like it is now. There was a big conservative group in San Francisco for a while.
So I grew up in the south of Market, like before it was really gentrified in my eyes.
Hmm.
But my mom's like, it's always been gentrified, and I'm like, no, I kind of remember when it wasn't. Like, do you remember when it wasn't?
Yeah, kind of, yeah.
Do you remember when it wasn't gentrified?
Lots of this city. Yeah, absolutely.
Like, I remember when St. Joseph's Church was a church, like a church.
It was a real, what is
was
it
a-
now?
It's an event center.
Oh,
Everything's
okay.
been changed so
Yeah.
many times now.
It's an event center that they use for events. But I went there. That was my private school for fourth grade
Oh, really?
and fifth grade. And then they closed it.
Yeah, my friend does a comedy show in Berkeley in a church.
I mean, like, if it's not meant to be what it's meant to be, at least they're using it for something else.
It's
and
a
it's
real-
not just sitting there.
It's a real church because he can't do it on Saturday because they're cleaning it up for the church the next day.
Hey, and
It's not like the
everybody-
Zydor. That's not a real church. The Zydor. I used to go to church services.
Boy,
at
don't
the
tell
Zyd-
them that it's not a real
No,
church.
I used to go.
like,
I used to go to
don't tell
church
them
services in the
that.
Zydor, and they would give us a free joint. I don't think they do that anymore because their lounge area is closed.
Oh yeah,
but-
no, that was my favorite.
and they got
give,
rated.
like their chocolate.
A couple of years
squares.
ago, they got rated and stuff. Yeah,
Mm.
they got rated, but
Yeah, I remember that the 2020.
yeah, they got rated and stuff. You know. But,
There was a massive loss for them, but they're still driving. I mean, they just opened a location on Howard
yeah,
Street.
they're in San Francisco. They're in they're in Oakland and stuff.
So I mean, like, really, did it break them? It didn't break them.
No, I used to go to a Satch down there too. They would have a Sash.
Okay, I will say I would love to have my toddler with me, but since I don't have my toddler with me, I have to do all these things that are available.
That are Todd. Yeah.
Yeah, because I'm like, I feel like I owe it to the universe to do these things. Like, what am I supposed to do? Sit at home and do nothing?
I'll be sober, but my kids aren't here, so I can be wasted.
I'm just saying, at least they're being provided for.
I
they're taken
know.
care of.
Yeah.
If you were to do it, this is the time.
Oh yeah. So okay, what are these?
Are they
Sessions?
coming for the
These lounges? You were saying.
Are your kids coming for the summer here? Are you having?
So that's actually something that we're not even talking about.
Do you have a lawyer that you got to talk through your?
I bet you he's listening to this podcast.
Probably.
So we'll heavily redact everything now.
No, you
I
know
want
what?
my
I
wedding
say
ring
what
back,
I say,
damn it.
motherfucker. I'm sorry. I say what I say. I say what I say, and I
know.
am who I am.
Yeah. Well, you haven't said anything bad about him, you know.
But I mean, also that's the biggest thing, like not having to lie, because I'm just
yeah.
not a liar. There you go.
Yeah, I mean, you gotta tell the truth. This is comedy, you know.
Anyways,
You gotta tell I pee
let's reel it in,
in
Paul.
I pee
Let's
in
reel it in.
Paul, where
I-
are we at?
I pee
Where
in
we at?
bottles
What do
in
you
movie
want?
theaters.
I
That's
know.
my-
Why are you
that's-
listening to Chris? He pees in bottles.
That's
Oh,
my
geez.
truth. And you know
That's
how
my
I
truth.
started doing it? I read that Michael Jackson used to pee in bottles backstage.
But that's a courtesy, because you
And-
could be pissing in a corner.
And I'm thinking, if it was good enough for Michael, it's good enough for Chris.
I agree.
My
with
hero.
You. There you go.
But yeah, it's a bad habit and
Oh, dear
stuff.
Jesus. At least you're not holding it there.
You know the worst thing is that I had peed in a bottle and forgot it. Actually, I tasted my urine.
Rosalind Carter did pass away.
Yeah, she did pass away last week.
Okay, I thought she was just in hospice.
Nah, she passed away. They're burying her
I am
soon.
so not in touch with current events.
Do you watch the news at all? Or?
I can't. I don't. I have Wi-Fi.
Do you have TV? You got a
I
TV?
do have a TV,
You have a
but
TV?
I don't insist
How big is your
on.
TV? I always want to know that. How big is your TV?
It's big enough to see, but honestly,
Is it
like,
bigger than this?
oh
Or?
yeah, it's bigger.
Oh, okay. Are we talking about 65, 70?
I think 65 is a standard.
Do you got like do you play video games? You got a video game?
Okay, so no, I don't, but I like to karaoke. I like to karaoke, so as long as I could see the words of the karaoke
yeah.
words, I'm happy.
Yeah, I used to go to
My mom
karaoke a
too.
lot and stuff. I recorded myself one time and I realized I don't sing as good as I thought I did.
I have to bring my mom here. Will you let me bring my
Yeah,
mom
you
here?
can bring in your mom here. Your
Okay.
mom's cool and stuff, you
No,
know.
yeah, she's pretty dope.
As long
You
as
want to bring your mom?
um,
Paul, you want to bring your mom?
Sounds great. Wherever I'm bringing her. Where am I bringing her?
Here.
are you gonna
Oh,
do
yeah,
are you
that'd be
gonna do
great.
mushrooms with?
So, okay, do you know I have a podcast?
You do.
You have your own podcast?
I have.
You were saying you were gonna make one,
Well, I actually have
and
4
then
episodes.
you said you're able to do stuff at home now.
I have 4 episodes. I haven't dropped them yet. I did them with PX
All right, cool.
at PX's studios.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Yeah. But yeah, she helped me, and it's called Mornings with Joe Mamas.
Why don't you drop them?
I need to drop them.
I was just reading how Jeff Bezos and his ex-wife Mackenzie Scott had only dated for 6 months before getting married. And so I forget how much she got, but in the divorce settlement, she got like $90 billion or
You
something.
got a lot of money.
That's a lot of money for
That's all I hear.
6 months of dating.
You know, that's one of the things I respect about Bezos is that his next wife is like in the 50s. He's not one of those dudes who started marrying a 20-year-old and stuff. Like he went age appropriate with a woman.
But
he
like
was-
he doesn't even need to have a partner.
he's like married. Why would you marry if you're a billionaire? You shouldn't get married. You know.
Exactly. He whatever he wants, he can have.
Yeah, he does. I mean,
So, like-
Amazon is everywhere. Like, Amazon. My friend used to work at the Amazon
Have we
in
talked
San
about
Jose.
this?
Huh?
Like Amazon is something crazy because
Yeah.
I bought a mechanism that allows the Amazon driver to open my garage, and my garage door opens up, and it tells me like my Amazon delivery is occurring
That's a
at
good
this
idea.
moment.
Is that even a good
Your
idea?
house is being
Opened.
robbed right now, and
Okay. Now that's in Texas.
Wait. I got
That's
wait,
in
wait,
Texas.
wait. Oh, no, you don't mean here because
No.
There's
but
no way you
if
got a
that
garage.
kid was here.
There's no way you got a garage.
If
in
that-
San
first of
Francisco.
all, no, I do have a garage here, but it doesn't have mechanism. I
Oh,
have
okay.
to fucking manually open that shit up.
Oh,
And I can't imagine even like,
how much stuff do you get delivered that you gotta have something like that? You know?
okay, so back in Texas, I lived a whole different life. I'm like, oh, I was like Joe Mama, fucking
Yeah.
different. I don't think I would have been a comedian if I stayed.
you were a
Uh,
homemaker.
I was a
You had your
homemaker,
kids
yeah.
and your husband, and
Yeah.
So have you-
I can have Amazon deliveries.
Have you
open
bought
my garage.
anything for Black Friday? Did you buy anything online?
No,
Yeah.
shit,
Have you done any Black Friday shopping or
no.
Cyber Monday
Not
or
a
whatever?
priority. Yeah,
Cyber-
not a priority.
Are you gonna get a Christmas tree?
Dude,
or-
I gotta freaking buy a ticket for my kids to fly in for New Year's, and then I gotta buy their tickets.
Are you gonna put them on Spirit Airlines?
Right? Well, no.
Put them on
boy.
Frontier or
No,
Spirit?
I wouldn't sacrifice my children just for a convenient affordable ticket.
Spirit. Spirit is the best airline ever. What are you talking about?
Thank you. No, okay. Spirit is, you just have to understand what you're dealing with. Policy. Well, okay, so whenever you're paying a low price for airline tickets,
Huh?
just understand what you're buying into. That's it. That's all.
I'm not even that afraid. I don't know why people are so afraid of that kind of stuff. You know, I'm like
Well, okay, here's the thing. Like, what,
I'm
are,
not
what
a-
are you afraid of? Like, because, okay, so,
planes don't crash that often. I mean, cars are scarier than planes. I've never had any problem on a plane. I first got on a plane when I was a couple months old, so I've been flying my whole life. You know?
I honestly, I probably wouldn't fly my kids on Spirit Airlines just because the fucking issues that they deal with, the bureaucracies the the
They charge you for everything on
so
Spirit.
yeah, exactly. So when I say you have to understand the policy, they have the types of baggages that can get on the plane.
Oh yeah, they charge
So
you.
there's
Yeah,
personal size baggage,
yeah.
and there's freaking carry-on baggage.
You're telling me, one time before but the truth is they don't even bother to check if you show up with a backpack.
No, they check. They freaking check. At Spirit Airlines, they check.
One time when I went to Vegas, I bought like a tiny little backpack and I put all my clothes. So I was afraid they were gonna charge me $50 for a backpack. So yeah,
Oh, okay.
I
So
had a little backpack I would travel with. Yeah,
a lot of the times, if you have a bag from the duty free or any shops inside,
Yeah.
they'll permit that because they saw that you just bought something. But
when I was flying, when I came back from Chile on Delta Airlines, the stewardess were like older than me, and I thought they were gonna start lecturing me about coffee. Because I asked for a coffee and I thought the woman was like, no, you can't have any coffee. You got to sleep, son, because of their age. That's just one of my jokes. It's not true. But yeah, they were like, I was kind of surprised that these women are older than me. I'm like, damn, this is pretty damn cool.
there are women that are older than you,
There are women older than me that look older than me.
that look older than you.
That look older than me. Yeah.
What? I
No,
wait,
but they were working as stewardess.
okay. Wait, you're talking about like back in the days when you were younger.
No, oh yeah,
You're not talking about today.
that's the weirdest thing when you start realizing your own doctors are younger than you. That's when you know you're old. When you start seeing doctors in their 30s, you're like, and the people are like, I had doctors that don't even wear socks. Like,
Oh my god.
this is like these are new doctors. They're like cool doctors. They grew up watching ER and stuff. They're cool doctors now. And that's when you know you're old, when you got doctors younger than
Because
you.
you're a grown ass man. You run a podcast. You've got a lot going on, dude.
But still, I mean, it's weird. It's weird having doctors younger than you.
yeah, I
you
guess
know?
so. You're right.
Back in the day, everybody was older than you. Now, at one point in your life, everybody's younger than you. It's different.
No, that's what I was saying earlier. I was like, we're getting old.
It is. It's hella old and stuff.
I say we're getting. Am I the young one in the group though?
You are, because that's why I haven't said a darn thing, because I'm older than all of you.
No, Paul's not that old. People tell me I don't look that old. Like when I tell
My
people
next milestone 60.
when I tell people I'm
So
51,
you're 60, 50,
I'm
40.
51.
Okay.
and they're like, you don't even look.
We're
51.
just gonna go for
But they used to tell me I look like I was in my 20s, and they're like, you look like you're in your 30s. Now they're like, no, you still look like you're in your 40s. That's when you're getting older. You don't look 51, but you do look like you're in your 40s still. I'm like, I used to look like I'm in my 30s. Well, how did I end up looking like I'm in my 40s now? So we got a minute left. You got any plugs?
Nobody brought us food.
Except the
Nobody brought us food.
You guys
Nobody.
didn't even call in, didn't bring us any food. Now
You
we
got
gotta
any
go
plug?
hustle.
We got a minute left. You got any
We gotta go
plugs?
out
Plug.
there.
You got a plug?
Where do we keep up with everything, Joe Mama? We know you're Joe Mama at My Life is Content
Yes.
on Instagram. What
There
else
you
do you
go.
got going on?
Not much, but if I do, I'll put it on there.
All right,
My life
cool.
is content, yes. Shit.
And then, Chris, what do you got going on next
I
week?
got Kel's at North Bitch
There you
every
go.
Friday at 8 p.m. I'm the guest set guy. They bring in the headliner, and then the host comes up and says, hey, you guys want to see another comedian? This guy just happened to show up. But it's me. I'm there every week. So Kel's, I got a Zoom comedy show. Sometimes I'm on. But you can catch every Monday here at Edge Studios. Come and watch the Junkyard Rat Show.
That's right, from 1 to 3 p.m. PST. We're out.